And we're in the Ramble.
All right.
And we're in the maybe not so long Ramble, but who knows what'll happen.
It'll make it pretty quick. You know what? Let's just hit it heavy and hard and go straight to what I know you all watch. Hey, Roger, what have you been watching?
I watched up to so mostly it has just been Ranking Kings.
Yeah, it has.
You know, that's a 23 episode series, so it took me a little bit more to get through it. I did watch some Spy Family. Last episode I saw Anya stepped in the doo-doo.
I stepped in doo-doo.
I stepped in doo-doo.
It's because I stepped in the poop. That show's good.
But I am fully familiar with the faces that you mentioned last time we talked.
They're so good.
You can't miss them. They're everywhere.
Oh, they're so good.
I've been using them myself.
She's great. I will say that I'm a little bit ahead of you. As of yesterday, I'm current. I think a new episode might have actually dropped today, maybe. But, man, a new wrinkle has been thrown into the makeup of this show in the next couple episodes you're going to see. Mm-hmm. And I'm even more hooked than I was. I'll just say it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, definitely some stuff happens and some things are introduced that I'm like, hey, yo, this just got even wild. So it's gonna be a good time for you.
I'm excited, dude. I'm definitely gonna watch more of it. We also, this is an anime, but we've been watching that new season of Stranger Things.
Ah, okay.
Quite good.
Never got into that show.
Yeah, it's okay.
I did buy that secret layer just to have it.
I did. I mean, I love the show. That people complain often about the second and third seasons being a little weaker, but I think this one is. So the way that I gauge this one is it dropped the same time that the Obi-Wan series dropped. And everybody that came into my store, I work at the nerd store.
You see that Obi-Wan?
So everybody that came in, they were fucking hyped for Obi-Wan, and they're like, maybe I'll watch Stranger Things.
Fucking everyone at work keeps asking me if I watched Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna.
Well, so what I've experienced is there are still a few people that come in and talk about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, hey, you seen that new season of Stranger Things yet?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We haven't finished it yet, but damn, it does fucking bump, dude. It's a return to form. To kind of what the first season felt like, a little, it has a little more horror edge to it. But
are you saying it's a spooky?
It's a little spooky.
It's a spooky.
It's a little spooky, dude. People be busting up in there. Their fucking bones crunching.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
I saw a thing that was talking about the villain of the show, who I guess I don't know if they were in the or introduced or what, and I was just like. That makes sense. They play Dungeons and Dragons, don't they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll take it.
The first villain is a Demogorgon. The main overarching villain that I think is still probably gonna cause problems later on is a Mind Flayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I never got into the show. I remember. I don't even think I finished the first episode, and I was just like,
this creature's name isn't actually Vecna either.
Nostalgia stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
They just refer to him as Vecna.
That's just what they call him. Okay.
Because Vecna is who they were. The kids are nerds, so they play the D&D.
Yeah, they play the D&Ds.
And then this one, they have a new friend, that is older than them, that's doing the campaign, and his villain for the campaign is Vecna. So
it's like some kind of lich or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dark warlock or whatever. But yeah, I really think he's a lich.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah, it's a good show. I understand. You're already this far out, you might as well not watch it. But
it's not for me.
But if you guys did watch, those first 3 seasons and you thought you were out, maybe you should check this one out. It's good. It's
weird because I feel like it is something that, like, if I had the stomach for it, I would be into, because I love that Dungeons and Dragons shit. I love a good, adventure story. But, like, I just don't have the fondness of memories of shit like the Goonies and stuff that I feel like this is, like, referencing. I
definitely get that.
Yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the show's really good. I think it's the best thing that Netflix has ever pretty much produced.
There you go.
And
better than the Cowboy Bebop program.
Oh yeah, better than the Cowboy Bebop program for sure. But still, I'm still a bit salty that that's fully canceled. I would like to see.
Kind of sucks, right?
I would like to see what they were going to do with that.
I would too.
But This is anime, dude. You can't have nice things.
Pretty much, man. You're right.
But yeah, that's all I've watched pretty much is Ranking of Kings. I'll get to some more anime. We got a new setup in the living room. No more glare on the TV. It makes everything nice. So yeah,
Pretty sick, dude.
Yep. But that's it, dude. What have you been watching?
Mostly the same stuff. Let me look at this list again. Not that.
Not you.
Let's see now. I think I might finally be dropping something. And despite all the hype I remember seeing around it, I think it is going to be Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. These last couple episodes, the last one in particular, actually, I was like, man, I think I'm finally going to drop this one. I ended up actually skipping a little bit because it was just like a montage. And I was like, I don't want to sit through this montage. But then, you know what? The last little bit of that did pull me in a little bit more. Maybe I'll give it one more. I don't know. But it's okay. Love After World Domination, I'm still on. It's cute. Heroines won the show. Still cute. Scandal in this last episode. That's actually the name of the episode. Scandal. Scandalous. Birdie Wing continues to be absolutely outrageous and might be my new favorite thing just because it's so fucking crazy. She had a big match with the Yakuza lady who was kind of like semi her mentor, it seemed like. Like she was definitely someone who like she worked with and was aware of. And her mentor lady looks an awful lot like Lady Sephiroth. And then you find out that her mentor lady had a robot arm because she had her arm chopped off by the Yakuzas. She has a straight up robot arm. And then like later on, that lady gets a hit put out on her. It's a very dramatic death scene. And then main girl has now moved from Europe, where the show has been taking place, and flown off to Japan to find her rival, possibly lesbian love interest, and has now just, it's gone from being a gambling golf show to she's just going to school with her now.
Interesting.
This show's amazing, and I did not know this. Hang on. Give me 5 seconds to pull up a tweet that I saw.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead and ask me a question.
Speaking of Sephiroth, did you see that new Final Fantasy 16 trailer?
I did
it dropped yesterday. Ooh, baby, that shit looks awesome.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I will have to check it out.
And the song, if you listen closely, it features a whole lot of the summons. So when it hits a ho, it's often it's like Ifrit. It's fucking cool. Titan.
So credit where it's due. This one is from Jeff Thu, who you may know as that Mother's Basement guy who talks about all the cartoons on the YouTube, on the animes. Mm-hmm. Who says, quote, "Did you know Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story is written by the same guy as the Goblin Slayer anime? And My Hero Academia, and Trigun, and Drifters, and Batum, and he created Scryed." That's pedigree, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta watch this show, Roger.
I do like all those things, so there you go.
The show's absurd and I love it. It's so fucking dumb and it's so fucking good. That's Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story. It's absolutely absurd. I love that one. All right. What else are we still watching? Healer Girl. I'm still on it. Can't help it. It's good. Aharon-san, still cute. Spy Family. You know it, baby. Dance, Dance, Dance here. I sent you some screen caps from that one.
Yeah, you did.
That shit's... Also,
something about some nipples. I didn't.
Yeah,
fully understand.
They are. If you check out the good TGB_anime pod on Twitter, you can find a post I made from my personal account and retweeted it to our Twitter page for the show, where I was just like catching up on anime, and it's a picture of a dude who's doing like a ballet pose, and the words on the screen, because someone else is saying this to him, are, "Your soul and your dick are both evil." Which is great. Which is just really good. Dance 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 here is a very good show. Your boy Kong Ming is still, I'm gonna say is still my current numberiest, oneiest, but Birdie Wing is making its fucking case. The Executioner and Her Way of Life are still on there. And one that I've been neglecting to mention I'm still watching. Because... I've been reading this off of our rankings that we ended up with here's the tippity top doing just fine, etc., going from top to bottom. or bottom to top rather. And there's one show that we had to do a soul read on that, despite everything, I am still watching. A Couple of Cuckoos.
Yeah.
Have you seen any more of that one?
No, I haven't.
Show's pretty bonkers.
Have those Disney ones dropped yet? Because I got
No.
Disney fucking Plus.
No, they have not.
I'm about to cancel that shit again.
You ain't gonna cancel. Well, maybe you will. But no, they haven't started back up yet. Don't let me forget to sign back into my HBO.
Okay.
But because I had it on your TV and now it signed out because
They put anything good on there yet?
Have you seen Our Flag Means Death?
I know about it, but no, I have not watched it.
It's pretty cute and violent, which I know you're into.
Yeah. It's Blackbeard.
Yeah. And
Did you listen to the last podcast episodes on Blackbeard?
yes, and they talk about Steed Bonnet in those episodes, who is the
Yep.
main character. Him, Blackbeard.
He's the one they let wear the hat.
Yeah, they let him wear the hat. It's obviously not exactly historically accurate. By the way, neither was the last podcast episode because they talk about Blackbeard's flag. That was not his real flag. No historian thinks that was his real flag. That flag was introduced much later in history. That was not his real flag.
Which flag?
The one with the skeleton with the horns toasting the devil and stabbing at the heart.
Oh, yes.
That is not Blackbeard's real flag. Anyway, but yeah.
Did you write them an email?
No, I'm not gonna write them.
They love getting the emails.
I'm gonna write them a fucking email. Come on.
They talk about their emails all the time.
They got better things to do, and I got better things to do. Anyway, that's most of what I've been watching. But I will say, preview perhaps for our next episode. I am up to episode 5 of The Ancient Magus's Bride. I do enjoy this show so far. I will say that it feels a little weird. That one, I mean, as we said, this is a woman who was completely done with life. She felt she had no value, and so she decides to literally give herself some monetary value by selling herself. She is at an auction, and a big skull face dude buys her for like what, 5 fucking million monies, and then teleports her off to fucking England, outside of London, somewhere in the London countryside, because he's got it like that and he's actual magic.
Yeah.
I do like that the show like has all these little, legends and stories and stuff, which we've seen in a lot of other animes and stuff, but they usually revolve around Japanese legends and lore. Whereas this one is very much like, they talk about Sleighbeggy. She is one. Their interpretation of Sleighbeggy is a little different from my understanding of Sleighbeggy, which is they're like, an actual like type of fairy rather than a person who can, who has
attuned to
magic.
magic.
They talk about different kinds of dragons and shit. They talk about different fairies and fae folk and Hildefolk, although they don't call them Hildefolk. But they do all that stuff. It's very interesting to like get these little tastes of like shit I've actually heard of, which is really neat. Which is always fun in these kind of shows.
And it's not like our main our main characters. What's his name? Is it Ein?
Elias.
Elias. There we go. Elias.
Who wants to walk?
Yeah,
with Elias.
It's not like
I just gotta tell you, I made so many jokes when that first started. I was like, oh man, is she gonna walk with Elias, or is he gonna like look in a mirror and be like, that's my brother Ezekiel?
Did you make those jokes to anybody, or were they to yourself?
They were to Haley, who did not get them.
Okay.
She does not watch the product.
Yeah. It's not like it's cut and dry. It's like he's just a dude that bought a girl.
Yes.
He is a timeless entity that, is more of a...
He wants her to be his protege, his what's the word I'm looking for? Apprentice.
Yes.
And also, he says he hopes to make her his bride, which is another thing that's like, okay, so I'm not into age gap romances. How about a literal beyond time ancient being and a teenager? But okay.
It's not like so much like a dude that has understanding like you and me.
I get that.
Yes.
And what I have read is that this show becomes him teaching her about magic while she teaches him about being human.
Yes.
It has not gotten there yet. Mostly these first several episodes.
I don't want to spend...
I know. Most of these first several episodes have just been her getting snatched up by various different magical beings and then, either getting saved or getting her way out of it so far. Which is a lot of like, again... He's like, yes, we mages are very well. I met 3 in as many episodes. You ain't that rare. Like, and then it's also like this whole thing with all these different apparently ancient magical people just kind of snatching her up and doing whatever they want, and then they go back home. It's a little bit like pulling her every which way. I get that this is the introduction and that is not indicative of the total show, but like in those first few episodes, that's what's happening.
And for what it's worth, just loosely saying, for what it's worth, that stuff does take a toll.
I get it, yeah. I will also say, show's fucking beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 3 in particular, I teared up a little bit when she flew with the dragon. Holy shit, it's so fucking pretty, and the music that plays is absolutely glorious. Mostly it's the big like landscapes and shit when they're going over them that really fucking hit my fucking zone for pretty shit. And it also has some very fucked up moments. I just finished episode 5, which has some moments in there that I know Roger didn't like, involving a man and some kittens. And also, I mean, I'm talking like Edward level fucked up shit. Like fucked up shit in this show, which is perhaps my Edward reference is very apt because there's alchemists and they don't seem very good. The show's wild.
And there are some even harder moments, dude.
Oh, I bet.
There are moments where I was like,
I believe you.
I remember one in particular very vividly, and the whole time I was like, oh God!
You know who my favorite character is, though?
Who's that, dude?
Is in episode 2. She goes and they visit this lady who tells her a little bit about magic, and there's this really great, what appears to be a big fat axolotl who just kind of hangs off her for a while.
Yeah.
And then she goes home and he's just there still hanging out. And I was like, I love this big lizard. I'm gonna call him Bong Water.
Yeah.
So me and Haley just every time we're just waiting, sitting there like, is Bong Water gonna come back? Where's my baby Bong Water? Where's Bong Water? It's my favorite part of the show. He's in one episode. I hope he comes back. I don't know. But he's adorable.
Yeah, dude. The
show's
creature
pretty good so far.
What they create in that show is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It just the design of the world and the creatures, and it feels very fantastical, whimsical. It's nice.
It's definitely got a really interesting flow to it, and I am into it so far. I like how even as it is doing all these things, it is planting seeds of things to come. The dragon, for example, wants her to make a wand or staff from his tree, and shit, and I'm like, can't wait to see that happen. If it happens, I don't know if it happens in this show. Maybe it's a little, I don't know. But it's really cool stuff. How like it gives you these little hints of more to come, even as it's telling you these really interesting and sometimes super fucked up stories. I'm drawing more parallels to Full Metal Alchemist because my favorite thing is when he goes all blobby, and he looks a lot. I'm realizing like Al when he goes all blobby in that show.
Yep. It's very similar.
The same studio?
No, I don't think so. But maybe.
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Research? We're foul-mouthed American cowboys. We ain't got time for all that bullshit. But
really, it would come down to, is it the same people that did the manga?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's the art style in the manga is very similar.
But yeah, the bits where they go all blobby for a second are very cute in this one. So I'm into it. Yeah, I am enjoying it so far. We will obviously talk much more about it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're watching it, dude. I think you'll like it. I can't wait to start it up and make Kat watch some of it too. I think some of those episodes she's going like, oh God.
Yeah, dog.
Because the second episode of Ranking of Kings,
she's gonna have a
like,
hard.
why would they make me watch that?
Yeah, I told you, like those first couple episodes are very sad.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was like, well, hell, this ain't even rough, dude. I'm battle hardened from Violet Evergarden.
Yeah. So far, the hardest thing in this show. I mean. There's moments that are very dark. I feel like it's doing. I feel like Ancient Magus' Bride is doing a little bit of the. I don't know. I have to see how it shakes out because it definitely has these moments of like. I'm not gonna say like glorifying suicide, but definitely you see someone who has been dealing with that. It does have a really great line where like. It was in episode 3, which so far is my favorite one, where the dragon that she's interacting with like reads her thoughts, basically sees her memories of when she apparently did consider ending her life, and he snaps her out of it and says, "Unacceptable. The living should never envy the dead." And I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good line. That's a good fucking
It
line.
is. And I mean, all this stuff has an impact.
Yes.
Like, this character is actively somebody that is learning to change.
Yeah. So
It's two characters that are learning to change.
I was just gonna say,
learning to accept who they are and learning to overcome and become, better and stronger.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching more of it. I had watched
lots of dealings with self-worth in this show, and it is done, I think, tactfully.
I did watch the first 4 episodes with Haley. She went home last night because we both had to work in the morning, and I watched the 5th episode by myself, and I'm hoping she does not have a problem with that because I plan on watching more of it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're just gonna have to watch that. You're gonna have to live through that 5th episode again.
Boy, that shit was dark.
Bitch, that's why you don't watch ahead, dude. I already learned. Just don't watch
I was gonna
ahead.
say, like, if you watch this one with Kat, she's gonna hit episode 5 and be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit's dark, homie." Ugh. That shit got real bad. I mean, again, there's a villain who gets their comeuppance and also manages to have a happy ending, I would say. In that character, I believe his name was Michael. But yeah, I'm into it. We'll see how it goes.
You watching the sub or dub?
I'm watching the dub. I am watching the dub.
It is pretty good.
Just because I like to be able to eat while I watch.
Yeah.
I can't constantly be
Bitch
looking at
is so helpful.
it. Really is. It's like I'm not missing a ton when I look away for a moment.
People, constantly have the argument about. I don't even know if the argument of sub versus dub.
I feel like that's my new dichotomy. Is here's my opinion on sub versus dub. If I'm watching it weekly, I will do the subtitle. If it's from a couple years ago and it's already out, I'm gonna watch the dub.
Yeah. Because
it's gonna be multiple episodes in a row, and I can't focus that hard for that long.
Yeah, it just makes it kind of go easier.
Yeah. So there you go. This is my truth, and I'm walking in it.
Yeah, but yeah, you can multitask. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Watching one of the seasonal shows that, and a lot of times, I just don't want to wait.
Mm-hmm. I can respond to that text real quick without having to pause it, It's fine. Golly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing.
So the answer is that they both have a purpose and they're both good.
Sure. It's very true. Man, oh man. Do we got anything else to talk about? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not really?
Nah, dog. I got a couple new fish.
Oh, you got new fishies?
Yeah, man, I got a couple of them.
Well, you got any fun nicknames for them? I know you had your favorite, the Green Weenie.
I think I'm gonna. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, Green Weenie. Whenever she died, my heart was fucking broken.
It's a bummer, baby.
Yeah. Don't ever get even a creature that you have to like intimately feed. Because Green Weenie was blind.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. So I had to hand feed that fish, dude. When it died, my heart was busted, dude. I was so upset.
Had to just sit down and think about it for a minute.
I was so upset, dude.
Just shed a couple tears.
And I mean, bettas they don't have a long life. It's like
no, they're fish.
They're like 3 years max. Now some of the fish, the little small tetra shitheads, those can live up to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But the big flowy betta guys, what I would like to call a naming fish. They look unique and they all have kind of their own style and flair to them. This is a fish that you name. And I think these are my first 2 male ones that I've got. Every other betta I've got was a female.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought one. I've been wanting a king betta for a while.
Ooh.
And they are oversized. So they're bigger. Their fins are flowier.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah, you got to see this thing, dude. It's a glorious.
Does it look like a Pokemon?
Kinda.
All right.
And then the other fish,
Is that why it's called a Sea King?
No, that's a big old fish, dude.
I know.
But the other fish, as I was leaving, I saw it and I was like, this fish's fins are all fucked up.
Aw.
You can tell it's supposed to have the big, like the king betta has more of the low profile fins.
Mm-hmm.
This one's supposed to have the big flowy fins.
The big bitches, yeah.
But the cups are cruel. That shit is just cruel because these fish can go into tanks with other fish, just not with each other. And most of them are too slow. Like if you put them with neons and stuff like that, the neons are way too fast for them anyway. The only way it's going to get it is if that fish is already sick and dying. But this one, you could tell like It had been severely stressed. It had picked off most of its tail fin.
Oh, baby.
Its other fins were split very badly. It was not going to live probably another few more days. So I was like, give me this fucking fish. That's how I got Kamada-kun.
Let's make this little fucker comfortable.
Yeah, I got Kamada-kun, the big pink and purple one in the smaller big tank.
Kamada-kun, huh?
Yeah, Kamada-kun. It's got Kamada-kun on top.
Okay.
The little Godzilla toy.
Yeah.
I got her the first day that the stores opened after everything froze in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Snowvid.
Snowvid, that's it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And dude, it was just a wasteland. All the cups were gone. There were like 3 more cups, and two of them were plants. They were like mothballs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was this little fish that was barely breathing and just laying on its side. And I took it up there to buy it, and they charged me full price for this dying ass fish, dude. I was like, you fucking kidding me? This thing is on its way out. You're lucky that I'm taking this, or it's just gonna die. But yeah, they charged me full price for Kamada-kun. But damn, I saved her sorry ass.
There you go.
And now she's the biggest, baddest fish that I got.
Damn straight.
Every now and then, she likes to go down to the scrimps. Every now and then, she'd like to take a munch on a scrimp.
Jesus Christ.
She controls the scrimp population.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Can't let them get out of hand.
Yeah.
Time to
dude.
cull the herd.
Yeah, they go fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
she's a great fish. I like rescuing these fish.
Aw.
I couldn't leave it. Is what ultimately what it was like. I saw it and I was like, I don't need to spend more money.
Big bleeding heart Roger.
Yeah, but that fish was gonna die, so that's why I got. Whenever I see one of them, I go in there. I shouldn't look, because if I see one that is fucked up or it's on its side, then I feel guilty that I don't get it. And I had the spare tank, so I was like, come on.
There you go.
I can get you. And it's doing much better. It's doing much better. I'll show you a little image here.
Oh, here we go.
This is it getting into the tank here. This is what this poor guy looked like.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking a little rough.
Yeah, you
there,
can
big
tell
guy.
it's supposed to have the big fins on the tail.
Yeah,
there.
I see that.
And then the other one, I'll show you a picture, but this picture does not do justice of this majestic bastard. You just have to see it before you leave.
Like a flowing cape.
Yeah, but the
tuxedo mask looking ass.
The other one, the fins haven't healed, but you can tell they're starting to get better and coming back. It's got more energy. So there you go. If you guys didn't know that about me, I over the pandemic, my hobby that I took on was fish keeping.
And that's your update from Roger's Critter Corner.
Yeah, man, I got them fish.
It's very good. I'm glad you have managed to expand and help.
Yeah, I like the living room with the aquariums. I think they add a certain flair to our living room. I would not trade them, even though they are a shitload of work.
Yep. Sweet babies.
Boy, they are a lot of fucking work.
That's really good, man. All right, we done?
Yep, we're done.
All right, let's get
the fuck out of here.
Let's
Do you even
bust on
have
out
to
of
read these plugs? Come on.
I'll bust through them real quick.
Okay. Ow!
Nice one, dude. You wang your funny bone?
Yeah.
You dipshit.
I wanged it.
You know why it's called the funny bone? It's right next to the humorous. Wow, no sold. No sold. So hard. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening. It's always a joy to do the show and for you to listen to the show. And if you'd like to tell us what you thought of the show, what you think about any of these programs that we've discussed, we would love to hear from you. There's a number of ways to get in contact with us. Leaving a comment on the YouTube portion of the show, the YouTube channel, Rapid Kick Media is the easiest way to do that. But we also do have our full links in the description, including our Discord, Twitter, Facebook. Some of those we use more than others, but honestly, YouTube and Discord are the easiest way to get a hold of us. Also, if you're listening to the podcast portion of the show, please do give us that 5 stars on your Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever you got, and leave us a comment. We love getting comments and ratings. It's the best way to make sure that we boost the signal, get more people listening, so we can have more good buddies hanging out with the good buddies, and you're all our good buddies. Beyond that, we do, of course, want to give a shout out to our musicians. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Married with Seamonsters. You can cut that, right? You're not going to cut that.
I'm not going to cut that.
You sack of shit. Thank you, Married with Seamonsters, a.k.a. the Mary Janes, for the use of our...
There we go. I cleared my throat so you feel better.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't need to, but I did it for you.
Thank you, Married with Seamonsters, a.k.a. the Mary Janes, for use of our opening theme on the show. That song is called Paperdoll. That band no longer exists, but you can still find their tunes on Spotify and a number of other sites where you can get music.
You can find some of their tunes on the playlist at my job.
You can indeed. And they are also, that specific track, as well as a few other hot fire tracks, can only be found on marriedwithseamonsters.bandcamp.com. So check them out. Get some tracks. It's good stuff. You're gonna have a good time. I thank you. We want to give a shout out to our good buddy Haas, aka Thomas Tastes Better, all one word, on Instagram, and Dungeon Witch on YouTube for the closing theme on the YouTube review portion of the show, which is called The Buddy's Good. Again, that's Haas, Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, and Dungeon Witch on YouTube. And of course, a shout out to our good buddy, A Petty Theft. Yeah. 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 That was a good one. That is how it's pronounced. 2 P's at the beginning, 2 T's at the end. Petty Theft. For the use of our closing theme on the Ramble and or the audio show, which we are still calling Sweet Anime Dreams. Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Petty Theft. You can find Petty Theft on Twitter and on SoundCloud at Petty Theft. And I think that about does it.
That about does it, dude.
Roger, do you have one to take us out on?
I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Normally I try to dig something from here, but...
From like the episode, something you said or did or anything like that.
But it's hard.
It's hard. It's difficult.
It's so hard.
It's difficult. It's hard to do. Do you want to try and think of something now, or are we just gonna?
Well, you got something?
Why don't you ever
think of nothing?
I'm too busy saying all the plugs to think of like something to close out. That's your time to do it. That's your time to consider and to ruminate on the days it has passed us.
It's so hard though.
Let's
It's so hard.
It's difficult. All right, well, I'm just gonna start talking and maybe one of us will say something.
There we go.
All right, Jesus. It can't be that. But from all of us here at the Good Buddies Anime Universe, I am your good buddy Brandon.
I am your good buddy Roger.
Fucking bye.